All right, good afternoon. A rainy day here in Nigeria. Edward, still remain my humble self, Edward. Today is Friday, 18th May 2018. The migration process is still ongoing, and people are still redeeming their cookies. But please, before you do any migration, ensure that you have redeemed your cookies, because if you do not redeem your cookies now, you will have to wait till November 2018 before you will redeem your cookies. I was going through my YouTube dashboard earlier on today, and I saw a question, or I saw a post. A lady said, didn't take her name though, that she paid $10 for what she said was she paid her $10 for her send button. Okay, so that her send button is still not on. I can't really remember how long now, but I just saw it. I was like, wow. We are not paying $10 for our send button. We are paying our $10. The $10 that we paid is for us to be able to use our back office, and it also covers our wallet, which is our TBC004 wallet, for a lifetime. Now, for us to get for you to get your send button, there are some other requirements that we have to meet. And we have to update and complete and update our profiles in our Kringle Cash back office and the billioncoin.info site. We have to complete and update our profiles. Good afternoon, Mr. Stephen Coffey. So good today again. Nice. So we have to update that. Then when we are through updating, of which you have to put in your phone numbers, your correct phone numbers, your Facebook link, your WhatsApp phone number, then you have to put in an image, a photo image of yourself, okay? You have to update that, then go through the questions. You have to answer the questions. When you do that, next thing is for you to mark the send button terms that will be sent to you later on. When you have successfully done all this and your back office account status is shown paid, then your send button will come up. But if you fail to do any of these, your send button will not come up. It will not come up. And if you made payment, the payment of $10, and your account status is not showing paid, you have to scroll down your account status, and you will find a place where you can raise your ticket in order for them to verify if the amount you sent is the actual $10. Okay, so but before you, I would want to advise and suggest that before you make or raise your ticket, ensure that you check the amount that you sent. If you use Bitcoin, ensure you check it. Check the transaction, ensure that it is correct, that it is not below $10, okay, before you will do all of your ticket raising. All right, so Away from that, now I said migration is still ongoing. Presently, they are still working with a number of persons whose request was sent. They are still working on it manually, and admin said if the support team decides to build, or if they decide to build an automated system, that will take another 3 weeks, and 3 weeks has already eaten into the number of days that that is left. So they are manually doing it, and a lot of staffs have been trained to manually migrate the coin. So we have to be patient. We have to be extremely patient. We will all migrate. Don't allow any form of uncertainty, any form of doubt, any form of anxiousness to make you become worried. We all will migrate. Then again, there's no basic new blog post apart from the one that came out today, some couple of hours ago, and is a video. It was done by the TBC president of Nigeria, Favors Nano, talking about TBC has met all of his targets, something like that. So that is the video. You need to go watch it. It's an awesome video. Yes, it's no hurry to migrate. Yes, there's no hurry for us to migrate. Now you need to go watch that video and just see all of the awesomeness of TBC. It's in the blog. Like we always say, let's always check and read the blog. Let's become students of the blog. All right, today we want to do a very simple but important topic, and it is scarcity is artificial. Scarcity is artificial. I decided to write down, because I've said it often, I've understood my kind of person. I'm this type that like writing in order for me to be organized. Okay, so I'll be consulting my materials or my book or what I wrote. I'll be consulting it most of the time. But the truth is, scarcity is artificial. That's one thing I want us to understand. And if you go to the blog, it was in the year 2016. The admin of TBC did a post on this subject, that scarcity is artificial. And like my friend Mr. Stephen Coffey, I was watching him yesterday, said people need to go. If you are new, if you are new in TBC, you have been in TBC before and you've not gone over to read the blog, please, we are advising you, I'm advising you, I am admonishing you, like my friend Mr. Stephen Coffey did, that you should visit the blog. Go back as far as 2016. Go back as far as 2016 in order for you to be able to grasp everything that TBC is and the billion coin. Now let me start correcting most of the words that I use, learning from Mr. Stephen Coffey, let's not just say TBC, because there are so many TBCs on the internet. TBC is everywhere. Okay, it is the billion coin. Okay, so we have to go to the blog of the billion coin. Okay, so that in order for us to understand the mission, the purpose, the heart of the billion coin, what it wants to attain, what it wants to do, what it wants to accomplish. All right. So from that blog post, I think it was the very, if I'm not mistaken, I can't follow the order, but from my settings, it is the very first post as you scroll down, or as I scroll down to the end, right? And it says scarcity is artificial. Humanity needs to know that scarcity is artificial. Very, very many persons, a large a number of persons believe that scarcity is natural. The sorry to say, but in this part of the world that we are in, a lot of people even believe that scarcity and poverty is demonic. That's what a lot of people. That's what a lot of people think in my country. Okay, I'm not against anything that anybody's doing. I'm not against it, but I have known that that concept that they sell to people is wrong. Scarcity is not. Scarcity and poverty is not demonic. Okay, that it was a demon or a witch or something like that created poverty, that created austerity, that created the scarcity that we're talking about. So they organized time to start doing a lot of prayers, doing a lot of, and the prayers is focused on killing an enemy. Oh God, kill an enemy in my father's house or in my mother's house. Those are the things they do in there. So funny. When I look at them, I just laugh. And I said, I always make reference to the word people are being destroyed because they lack knowledge. And someone also said, if you are not informed, you will be deformed. If you are not informed, you will be deformed, certainly. So somebody has also said, if you fail to take instructions, then you will not fail to you will not fail to avoid destructions. All right. The only way to avert destruction is to follow instructions. All right. So a lot of persons need to be enlightened all over again. And while I was watching Mr. Stephen yesterday, he said, let me paraphrase that, he looks up to a time where he would just put people together and he would just, I'm paraphrasing, enlighten them, teach them. Then those set of persons will go out and do the same. They'll start enlightening people. Okay, we as Tibetians, we need to have this mindset. We need to have this mindset of enlightening people. Okay, and we need to really come to the point where we can really educate people to understand that this beast called scarcity, this beast called poverty, that has created or given birth to children called corruption, jealousy, and greed. It was created by humans. All right? It was created by humans, and that is what we want to look at today. And I came to discover that 300 persons in the world owns the aggregate wealth of 3 billion people. That's astonishing. It is high. Okay, so the question is, sorry, flies are disturbing me there. All right, the question is, how did this happen? All right, we're going to look at it, and the major thing I came to realize is this one thing. While I was growing through school, I wasn't told. It never occurred to me. Okay, it never occurred to me until early this year. I have to be truthful. Never occurred to me. I never thought about it. And that is how people are in the world right now. A lot of people are not thinking about it. Was it this year or last year? I think it was last year. A lot of people are not thinking about it. What they are thinking about is survival. We have to have the survival mindset to this particular point. And what did they not think about? Or what are they not thinking about? What are they not paying attention to? The central banking system. The central banking system. The central banking system created the errors, the ills, the lack that we are seeing today. All right, so I'm just quickly going to go over it. Now, what is artificial scarcity? Because scarcity is artificial, so we have artificial scarcity. It means deliberately limiting the availability of something to build demand. So that's what scarcity, artificial scarcity is. To intentionally limit, withhold, hoard the availability of something. It could be money, it could be any of the currency, please. It could be any of it. A deliberate action to withhold it in order for them demand, in order for them their finances. You know how it's working right now. Inflation, deflation, taxes, and all what that. Is it not what they are doing? Then they tell us that there's no money in circulation. I said it yesterday, but there was no time to really talk about it, that there's no money in circulation. Guys, where did the money go to? How come they are telling us that there's no money in circulation? They printed the money. So where did the money go to? Let's look at case scenario. Somebody gave me money or bought something from me. That same money I used to buy from somebody else, and it keeps going round and round and round. It ought to come back to its original source. It ought to be going in circles. So the question is, what happened to the fiat currency that they are saying it is not in circulation? I asked a question yesterday. Did a demon appear from hell and just take this money and disappear back to hell? They should tell us. They should come out and tell us what happened to the currency. It is high time we begin to ask positive questions that the banking cartels, the government system needs to start answering. At least we voted for the government, we voted them into power. I'm coming from the place of democracy now. We gave them the right. All right? We gave them the right. We entrusted ourselves to them. So they should explain to the people who gave them the opportunity what happened to the same currency that has been in circulation. Where did it disappear to? Okay, so that is artificial scarcity. It is it means deliberately limiting the availability. Limiting the availability. Take note of the word. Limiting the availability of something to build demand. Look at your fiat currency. They deliberately limit its availability in order to build. Yes, Mr. Stephen Covey said they often take advantage of their power and their currency. Yes, sir. They intentionally withhold it. Intentionally. Why are they doing that? Control. They want to create more poverty in order for, and because there's poverty, they know the people want to survive. The people want to survive, and as a result, that their survival is threatened, they would want to do, the people will want to do anything to stay alive. It is their tool, in short, their greatest tool on humanity is the tool of fear. Okay, so we are going to get into all that as we progress. It is designed to keep us at a certain level of poverty. Very true. I agree with you, sir. That is the way they designed it, to keep humanity at a certain level. Oh, it's just, you see, it's the pyramid that we find in the dollar. Forget, it is the pyramid. They are the highest pinnacle. They want to keep vast majority of people at the base while they serve them. Okay, it was Nelson, President Nelson, late President Nelson Mandela, who said, poverty is not natural. Poverty is not natural. And I need us, I need people to know this. Poverty is not natural. It is not a natural occurrence. It was not designed into the world, into this world at creation. From the beginning of time, it was not designed into it. What was designed into it was abundance. And I'm going to read something from the blog. I'm going to read something from the blog soon. But let me quickly go over. It's not natural. It is man-made. It was made. And that's the word. It was made by man. Poverty was made by man. Poverty was made by man. People created poverty. A group of entities, a group of persons decided to play a fast game on humanity. A group of disgruntled people decided to play a fast game on everyone. They designed the poverty, they designed the system to naturally create. Thank you, Miss Diana Gordon. Thank you very much. Please, she said, click the like button, click the thumb button that you see in the broadcast. All right, poverty is not natural. Okay, the Holy Bible. Oh, I did not see that. All right. I am trying not to really. This is Stephen Coffey. I'm trying not to dive into the Bible. That is why, if you notice, most of the time I am kind of like controlling it, because since I'm in a business setting, and in this business setting, I know we have different races or different people who have different ideas. So I'm trying. Poverty and scarcity is man-made. Yes, the Bible speaks we should live life abundantly. Very true. All right, so it is man-made, and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. Poverty is man-made, and therefore it can be overcome. And this is why I'm in love with the billion coin. It can be overcome and it can be eradicated by the actions that we take. It can be eradicated, please. Come and look at it here. It can be eradicated by the actions that we take. If it was, since it is people who design designed a system that is keeping people poor, then we can eradicate. God did not infuse poverty. The world needs to wake up to this truth. He did not. He did not. Okay. I just thought about something that he did not. It was humans who did it, and then be eradicated. And that is what I like this article. I like what I wrote here. It said it can be eradicated by actions of human beings, and that is the system that the billion coin brought. We can eradicate. We can end poverty globally. We just have to take all of the necessary actions. We just have to change our thinking in order for us to end it. Now, from the blog 2016, Scarcity is Artificial, I paraphrased most of the word and I did a summary. It says, have you ever suspected that the whole game of life is rigged? Yes, most persons have that suspicion in their heart that this soul system is rigged. He said your suspicion, admin said, your suspicions are correct. Humanity is being ripped off, and not just in finance, not just in a financial sense. Your time, energy, effort are being exploited. Humanity have been exploited in these areas. Time, energy, and effort. And these are the resources, the real resources. Time, which is our energy, our strength, and our effort. All of this is equal to freedom. Is equal to freedom. He said we have been exploited. Admin said we have been exploited in these areas. Most of humanity have literally been brainwashed into believing that scarcity is normal and acceptable. And that is why the world seems to be the way it is, because majority of people just think this thing is natural. We are telling you, all of us are telling you, Tibetians are telling you,